Same note, same fret, same string, same guitar, two completely different sounds. This is timbre. And by the end of this lesson, you will understand exactly why your guitar sounds like your guitar and how to shape that sound on purpose instead of by accident. Every instrument on earth can play the same note, the same pitch, the same frequency. A piano, a violin, a guitar can all play the exact same A. But do you know what confused them? You know instantly which is which. But why? Timbre is the reason a trumpet doesn't sound like a flute, even on the same note. Musicians call it tone color, scientists call it harmonic fingerprints. So timbre is basically a unique color of a sound, independent of the pitch and the volume. Here is the science behind it. When you pluck a string, it doesn't just vibrate a single wave, it vibrates as many waves simultaneously. The whole string, then half, then third, then quarter, all layered on the top of each other. If I want to say it very scientifically, timbre means overtones plus fundamental frequency. The main pitch you hear when you pluck a string, that's the fundamental. But riding on top of it are quieter, higher frequencies called overtone or harmonics. The specific mix and strength of those overtones is what gives every sound its unique fingerprint. Now let me show you with natural harmonies. The bell sound like you just heard, that's an overtone made audible on its own. Normally these overtones are hidden, blended into notes, but they're always there, shaping the color of every single note you play. Now let's control it. The very first tool you have before your pedals, before any amp settings, it's where you pick. It's where your picking hand attacks the string. Bridge, bright, aggressive. Middle, balanced, and neck warm and round. This is the exact same principle a violinist uses, moving the bow closer or further from the bridge. In guitar it's the same. It's a universal string physics, so it's not a guitar specific. This single skill, moving your picking hand, is more powerful than the most pedals you'll ever buy, and it costs. On an electric guitar, none of this reaches the amp directly. It goes through a pickup first, a small magnetic sensor that translates the string's vibration into electric signal coils, or what you hear in classical Fender tones, Stratocasters, Telecasters. It's bright, articulate, glassy, but they have a flaw. They naturally pick up electric hum. Humbuckers are two coils wired to cancel that hum out, hence the name. As a side effect, they blend and thicken bar harmonics slightly, giving you a warmer, fuller, often louder tone. That's classic Gibson Les Paul sound. Neither is better. They're different tools. Jazz and clean texture often favor single coils. Rock and high gain distortion often favor humbuckers. Know both and you know when to reach for which. Now, the most argued about topic in guitar forums. Does the wood of an electric guitar actually change the tone? Short answer is yes, but less than internet wants you to believe. Academic research on this exact question found measurable consistent differences in harmonic content based on wood types. But the effect is subtle compared to the pickup and player technique. Wood shapes the character at the margins. It doesn't override everything else. If you're chasing tone and you only have money for one upgrade, the order of impact is your technique first, your pickups second, your amp third, wood a distant fourth. Remember that before you spend your money. Timbre is the fingerprint of a sound, the mix of overtones riding on top of the fundamental pitch. Where you pick changes it instantly. Bridge for bright, neck for warm. Pickup translate the strings into signal. Single coil for glass, humbucker for warmth matters, but less than technique and gear. And your EQ knobs aren't decoration. Mids especially decide whether you cut through a mix or disappear in lesson melody. How to make a guitar actually sing, not just play notes in right order. See you there.